Is Nigeria at the brink of secession? Some rats work for the government now? Hey there, it's the Delphine here. This is Watchman News Africa, breaking the breaking news. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the secessionist group Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, has been arrested in the UK and extradited to Nigeria. He faces treasonable felony charges and charges on unlawful possession of firearms and management of an unlawful society. He will be tried at the Federal High Court in Abuja. He will be remanded in DSS custody until court proceedings on July 26, 2021. The political activist Kanu founded IPOB in 2014 with the intention of creating an independent state for the people of Old Eastern region of Nigeria through the independent referendum. This movement started when he was the director and an anchor for Radio Biafra, where he served under Ralph Wazurike, leader of the movement for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, MASOB. The earlier push for the separate Republic of Biafra was championed by Emeka Ojukwu nearly 50 years ago. The Declaration of Independence sparked a 3-year civil war, which left more than 1 million people dead, mostly Igbos from the southeastern region of Nigeria, aimed for the breakaway. Summarily, the reasons for the Declaration of Independence by the Biafrans as stated by Ojukwu in the resolution passed in 1967 include injustice and atrocities against Eastern Nigerians, the premeditated killings of 30,000 Igbos by Northern Nigerians, insecurity, lack of protection from the Federation of Nigeria, Igbos becoming refugees in their own nation, and all-round economic, political, and diplomatic sanctions imposed by the federal government. The agitation for Biafra continues till this day and has been given momentum by Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian authorities, however, clamped down heavily on the separatist groups and blames Kanu's social media posts as the fire that sparked violent attacks across the southeastern part of the country in recent times. The Information Minister Lai Mohammed cited Kanu's posts as a factor in the government's decision to suspend Twitter after Twitter had deleted a tweet from President Muhammadu Buhari threatening IPOB. Nigeria is currently at a precarious and sensitive position given the circumstances of the IPOB leader's arrest because the man wields a high level of influence on Eastern Nigerians. There's a narrative that he only controls the illiterates and traders, but that's false because he also quite has a hold on the technocrats of the east of Nigeria as well. As such, Nigerian government needs to tread carefully. I believe that a window of opportunity should be opened for dialogue so that the grievances of Kanu and his followers can be heard and resolved amicably. Conflict resolution must be employed here to avoid even more violence than what has been experienced so far in the nation of Nigeria. National dialogue should also be extended to other groups like the Avengers, MASOB, Oduduwa, and co. In so doing, another war can be avoided. And now, in South African news, Jacob Zuma, who served as president of the country between 2009 and 2018, has now been found guilty of contempt of court as he continues to face corruption charges due to allegedly enabling the stealing of state funds during his almost 9 years in office, of which he claims innocence. The order stems from Zuma's refusal to appear at an anti-corruption commission to answer questions about his alleged involvement in corruption during his time as president. Zuma has repeatedly denied the allegations. Judge Kampepe said that Zuma attempted to corrode the legitimacy of the Constitutional Court by conducting a politically motivated smear campaign against it, the commission, and the judiciary. No person is above the law, whatever his rank or condition. An act of defiance in respect of a direct judicial order has the potential to precipitate a constitutional crisis, she said. If with impunity, litigants are allowed to decide which order they wish to obey, and which they wish to ignore, then our constitution is not worth the paper on which it is written, she said. That said, Zuma will serve a 15-month jail term. Also, the South African Public Prosecutor's Office and an elite police unit will set up a joint team to investigate atrocities during the apartheid years. But this comes 30 years after the abolishment of the last legal foundation of apartheid, which brought down the curtain on a nearly 50-year system of racial segregation. South Africa's government said its new investigative team will reopen cases on apartheid dating back to as early as the 1960s and hold those responsible for the crimes accountable. Perpetrators of heinous apartheid-era atrocities that came to light in the late 90s, Truth and Reconciliation Commission will soon have to face the full might of the law, it said. The new resolve offers some glimpse into the scars that have remained in this multicultural and multiracial nation with an eventful history. Most of the atrocities that the country's post-apartheid TRC recommended for investigation have remained unaddressed, though cases increased from 4 to 53 last year. But in total, there are about 300 unsolved crimes more than 27 years after. I think it is laudable that the South African government have chosen to revisit these cases. Justice must be meted out no matter how long it takes. It is a step in the right direction towards the healing of the racial divide and the hearts of those to whom the injustices and atrocities were done. Rwanda is a perfect example of what is possible in regards to the healing of a nation post-tribal divides. War crimes were investigated and justice was served, and now there is peace in the land. And in wacko news of the week, the hero rat Magawa, whose work sniffing out landmines in Cambodia won him a medal for life-saving bravery, is retiring after a distinguished 5-year career. The African giant pouched rat has found 71 landmines and 38 items of unexploded ordnance during his service, according to IPOB, the mine-clearing non-governmental organization that trained him. His work saw him win a gold medal from the British veterinary charity, the People's Dispensary for Sick Animals, PDSA, last year. But IPOB said the revered rodent, who turned 7 later this year, has worked hard and deserves to relax now. Although still in good health, he has reached a retirement age and is clearly starting to slow down. IPOB said it is time. Reporting on both Nigeria and South Africa made me think of Pa Elton's prophetic word about the two nations. Africa is like a gun pointed downwards. Its turret and muzzle is South Africa. Its trigger is Nigeria. He said the days would come when apartheid, then at its peak in South Africa, will be removed from South Africa. In those days, he said, the gun of Africa will begin to fire for God's purpose. I dare say the time has come, the time is now. So many other prophecies I've come across by seasoned prophets speak of the role of Nigeria in revival across the earth. The trigger of a gun initiates the firing of a cartridge in the firing chamber of the weapon. This means that Nigeria will initiate revival in Africa. The muzzle is the front end of the barrel from which the projectile will exit. Precise machining of the muzzle is crucial to accuracy because it is the last point of contact between the barrel and the projectile. This means that South Africa aims and directs the spread of the revival that Nigeria starts. The Lord says, Nigeria, you will not break apart. Nigeria, you will not be a failed state. It is not my will for Biafra to secede from Nigeria. Nigeria must unite as there is work to be done. Wake up, Nigeria. Africa and the rest of the world awaits your rising. Again, it's the Delphine Okobah here. Until the next broadcast. Toodles.